mean, Beavis and Butthead would do a tremendous job as your president rather than Joe Biden. I mean, let's think about this. Joe Biden will fall asleep during an interview, not Beavis and Butthead. He said Putin. They would basically make it really entertaining to watch these guys in front of a world stage instead of cringing every time your president goes to tie his shoe and, oh, please, Joe, don't fall over. Well, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you're like, Beavis and Butthead don't sound too bad. Matter of fact, Snoopy don't sound bad. Matter of fact, anybody. Can you give me anybody up here than an 80-year-old man that is going through really tough times dealing with everyday life? But first and foremost, I'd like to welcome you to Brokeman Radio Worldwide, home of the champions. Where you can be broke and still be classy. Check out the Sunday edition, which will be, wait a minute, check it out, on Sunday. So, Brokeman Radio Weekend Edition is here to make you go, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Beavis and Butthead making fun of Putin's name on live TV for at least 30 minutes. That would be awesome. At least by then you know what you're dealing with. Nowadays, we're dealing with a guy that needs to be in a nursing home. You know, I go to nursing homes a lot, and I can tell you that he would fit right in. Joe would probably get dusted by my grandma at the retirement home on dominoes. My grandma is a gangster when it comes to playing games like dominoes. Man, don't even try to play cards against my grandma. My grandma is 93 years old, and she will tear you to pieces. Actually, she'll be 93 this year, born 1930. But here we go. Bud Light losing billions of dollars because they decided to get political. When are these companies going to learn that, you know, if you got a product that sells itself, please do not get into the political arena. Having a transgender person on your can really, truthfully, does not benefit anybody, especially Bud Light. And I don't drink. I drank for many years and ruined my life, so people get what they deserve, as Kid Rock would say, because Bud Light is definitely getting it good now, as people are saying, no thank you. It tastes like pee-pee anyway. I mean, all beer tastes pretty hideous. And this is coming from an alcoholic saying, you know, never really sat back during a cozy meal and said, hey, hand me a Bud Light. Never happened, okay? I was trying to get past the first two or three to actually be able to cringe through. Give me an ice-cold Coca-Cola, and there you go again. Coca-Cola, they are one of those companies. All these big companies, for some reason, find it beneficial to them on the overview to actually get into the political arena, which for me, to be honest with you, is absurd. Coke sells itself, okay? And there's some wino somewhere is going to a store right now buying a Bud Light. He don't care who's on the can. But when something sells itself, leave it alone. But getting back to the more important things of life, but having Beavis and Butthead as your president, who would be the president and who would be the vice, I don't know. But both of them will make it very entertaining to watch. You actually might feel better about things. You'd be like, yeah, that got messed up because Beavis and Butthead are running the show. It is to be expected. But you think about how much money the government is making just on a gallon of gasoline. Here in Georgia, boom, 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 home of the champions. Here in Georgia, at least 50 cents goes on every gallon of gas. You got to be kidding me. And where's that money going? Is it going to, you know, basically the sins of our forefathers? What is it going toward? Nobody knows. Probably the roads. Every time you see a road and hit a pothole, you go, that didn't work out too well. I know a road right now I drive all the time. It's full of potholes, never been dealt with or anything like that. And it's, it's one of those roads that basically your gasoline is supposed to be paying for. Just did not happen. As Beavis and Butthead would say, he said Putin. But we need to lighten up as a whole, though. Brokeman Radio Nation, you know, people need to lighten up and just, you see all these different people and influencers. I don't like that whole entitlement. he's an influencer, whatever. Never, please, to goodness. No matter if Broke Man Radio became the #1 thing on YouTube or whatever else, which will never happen, and I'm cool with that. But if I did, please don't refer to me as an influencer. How about this dumb guy that actually wastes a lot of time just blabbing about pretty much nothing? That would be a lot better. But here we go into the weekend. Remember, don't drink and drive. You know, if you're going to do that such and such, just get an Uber, get a taxi. Don't do that because, you know, graveyards, if you go to a graveyard in the middle of the day, as most people don't because it's depressing. But if you did, you realize one thing, it's awfully quiet out there. And once people are in the grave, they can't really, advocate for other people. So let me just say this, that if you drink and drive, you are actually putting not just yourself at risk, not just children and the other cars at risk, you are putting everyone at risk on the road. So don't drink and drive. The Brokeman Radio Worldwide Salute. We're not going to keep it going very long today because you know why. It's time for you to sit back, kick your feet back, and actually go internet free. Sit down in your backyard and just listen to the birds chirp, or go to the beach and actually just enjoy yourself. Whatever you do, make it stress free and give yourself a break. This has been Brokeman Radio Worldwide. Happy Friday. Much love.